Hey Internet, it's me again. Once again, I've been too lazy to write and film a proper review, so I'm just going to keep ranting and raving about things happening in the video game world. First, a indie game, and grammatically it would be an indie game, but I've forgotten how to speak already. But an indie game that I supported a while back called The Girl from Arcania. I know I've talked about it before, and you'll definitely hear me talk about it again. And get ready, because when it comes out, I'll 100% review it. But they just released a new piece of their soundtrack, and holy crap does it sound amazeballs. So yeah, from that little clip there, you get what I'm talking about. That sounds awesome. I want more of that. Now, the music for this game is done by Robbie Siva, who is the composer for the company that made the game, but I really hope to see them do more stuff. I mean, I want this company to succeed with this game and do more games anyway, but when you compose music this good, I want to see this name everywhere. I want to see Robbie do music for as many games as possible, because there's just skill there. That's good music. And yes, I am going to continue letting it play in the background of the rest of this video, because it's so damn good. And speaking of indie games that I super duper love, Dragon Audit, the one that if you watch this channel, you've seen I did a full playthrough, split over 3 parts, and absolutely fell in love with the game. It is just charming, and the humor is amazing, and it's just, I don't know, it's an incredible game. I can't recommend it enough. Everyone should play it. And that's going to get a lot easier because the game was just released to consoles. It is now available on the PS4 and the Switch. So if you own one of those and don't already have the game on PC, or even if you do have the game on PC, you should go buy it on your consoles too. Now, no physical edition has been mentioned yet, but if and when one does get announced, you can bet your ass I'll be buying it. And I'll probably talk about it on this channel again and plug it some more, because it's just such a good game. Like, seriously, if you haven't played it, you're missing out. It's amazing. And I'll go through one more indie game before I move on to not indie game stuff. And that is Words.
Losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
And that is Ova Magica, which basically looks like a mix of Harvest Moon and Pokemon and a little bit of Slime Rancher.
Of Clovertown, you are entrusted with an overgrown farm. Farming is hard work, but this time you are not on your own. Together you will work hard.
Basically, you're in like a Harvest Moon type setting where you have to, you inherit an old farm and you fix it up and grow stuff and do things and go on adventures, blah blah blah. But you also get little blobby-like creatures, so similar to like Slime Rancher, and they can help you around the farm, but you can also battle them with other people. And that's the Pokemon similarities. See, it's similar to all the 3 games, just like I said. It's almost like I knew what I was going to say. But yeah, it looks really interesting. They have a trailer, and it doesn't give away, it doesn't dive deep into the mechanics of the game and all of that, but if you play these types of games, you can see the similarities to the other games and kind of just guess as to where it's going to go and how it's going to play, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it looks like it's going to be fun. It's going to be just like those other games, but with elements from multiple different games all put together, so it would give you more than just a Pokemon or a Harvest Moon or a Slime Rancher would. It gives you elements from a little bit of everything, and I just think that sounds unique and fun. Again, just like when I mentioned Story of Seasons last time, this isn't going to be everyone's cup of tea. It is more of a cutesy, casual kind of game, but if that's your deal, this is definitely going to be a fun one to keep an eye on. And this one does have physical editions for sale. I think the game was like Kickstarted or something like that at some point. I don't know. I actually didn't hear about it until the girl from Arcania posted about it on their Twitter saying, hey, we backed this game, check it out. And they did, and then I bought it, and it's going to be pretty cool. So there's a link down in the description-y thingy down there below this video, or maybe it's not below, maybe it's somewhere else. I don't know what YouTube does. But wherever the description to this video is, there's a link to this game in that description. So yeah, do a thing with that, or don't. I'm not. Okay, next up is not an indie game. In fact, it's not even a video game. It is Monster Hunter World, the board game. That is a thing that's happening. Over on Kickstarter for the next week or so, and then it's done. There is a Kickstarter campaign. Yeah. There's a campaign. Oh my god, what is happening to me? There's a campaign for Monster Hunter World, the board game, where you and some friends can team up and try and take down monsters, and then you loot them, and then presumably you hunt other monsters. I don't really know. It looks interesting. It looks like it's Monster Hunter as a board game. I mean, if you've played Monster Hunter, you kind of know what to expect. This is the board game version of that. It looks cool. It's officially licensed. It's going to be a fun thing. However, I don't have all of these specifics because I didn't dig too deep into the board game, and the reason for that is the price. If you want the game and all the expansions that come with it, I don't think you can really call it an expansion if they're going to be created and launched at the same time as the game itself. At that point, it just sounds like you can either buy the full game or only a portion of the game. But if you want the full game, it's going to cost you $300. For reference, that is the cost of Gloomhaven once and then half again. This is one of the biggest, most expensive board games in existence. This is $200. Go ahead, ask me how I know. Monster Hunter, this is really heavy too. Like this is too much board game. Monster Hunter World is $100 more than this, and that's not including shipping. And considering you're getting the core game, an expansion game, or what actually looks like a second core game, and then multiple expansions and figures and all that kind of stuff, I'd imagine it's going to take up probably more space than Gloomhaven, which is a feat all on its own. So shipping for that is probably not going to be cheap. Whether it's weight-based or size-based, it's going to be costly. So in the end, you're probably looking anywhere from $350 to $400, and that's ridiculous. Now again, the ridiculousness is my opinion. If you're one of those people that has money to burn, which is usually me, and you're into board games and you really want to pick this up, you're just a huge Monster Hunter fan, great, go for it. Fully support that. I'm never going to tell someone to not spend money on their hobbies, because that's all I do. And hey, if you do, if you want to buy a second copy, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not going to fault you for getting it, but I personally can't justify it, so unfortunately all I know about the game is that for another week you can kickstart it, and then it's super duper expensive. Yeah, so I'll move on, and I'll keep going with this little Kickstarter train here to say that, and this is vaguely video game related, MC Lars is releasing a new CD. Now I say that's video game related because MC Lars, if you don't know, is I believe he calls it a post-punk rapper. Basically, somewhere between like emo punk and white boy rap. He's in the middle there. And he's got a new album coming out. And oh yeah, I was gonna say, the reason I say it's kind of video game related, or at least video game adjacent, is he does a lot of nerdcore rap. I think he's one of the people that kind of formed the whole nerdcore thing. He has a song entirely over the beat of the old Tetris music called 21 Concepts. Great song, I'll play a clip here.
About a kid that gets crushed a lot.
Crushed a
Write
lot.
a dental hygiene jam that says brush a lot.
Brush a
Write
lot.
a Bill O'Reilly track that says hush a lot.
Hush a lot.
No, I'm not a playground like rush a lot.
I've got 21 concepts, but a single ain't one. If you're still referencing Jay-Z, I feel bad for you, son.
Okay, that's probably enough of that, because I don't want this video to get taken down or sued or whatever. I don't think you can sue a video, and I don't think MC Lars would anyway, because he's self-published, but you know what I mean. But yeah, he's got a new album coming out. It's also on Kickstarter, and I just want to promote him because he's a good dude. I've met him. It was cool. There's a picture on the screen, so I can brag about meeting a guy at a game convention, actually. So, yeah, that's the thing that's happening. It's exciting. And the last bit of news is that the Mortal Kombat movie comes out in 3 days. Now, I obviously have not seen it yet, neither has anyone else, because they pushed it back a week. Otherwise, I would have reviewed it last Friday when it should have come out, but it didn't. Yay! But it looks amazing. If you're somehow unaware, live under a rock, have not seen the trailers, don't know that a movie is coming, A, what are you doing with your life? B, it looks so good. In the trailer alone, you see a character pull off a fatality, you hear all the iconic lines and the music that you want. It's R-rated, not PG, so it's actually going to live up to the violent, gory, over-the-top, brutal Mortal Kombat legacy. It's just going to be pretty great. The one thing that isn't going to be in the movie that a lot of people are talking about, and I don't know why, is Johnny Cage. I get maybe some people like him as a character. I think they're wrong, because of all the characters, he's right up there with like Stryker as far as how interesting and cool they are. But hey, if you're a Cage fan, I don't know, we have to have losers in the world too, so thank you for filling that role. But everything else in the movie looks amazing. It's got almost all the other characters you want to see. It's gonna be so good. And there are talks that the reason they didn't include Johnny Cage is because he's so big, such a big, larger-than-life character, that he needs to have more screen time, he needs to be more story focal, and they didn't want to detract from the story they're already trying to tell by introducing such a big character, and that he would be better suited to kind of lead the sequel. And there's also, I don't think anyone's come out and said it, but I think it started as just a fan wishcast / rumor, and seems to be maybe getting traction. I don't really know, but it sounds like they want to cast someone like a Ryan Reynolds in that role. Someone who is larger than life and almost a cartoonified version of a Hollywood actor. And I mean, really, I think Ryan Reynolds would actually kind of kill that role. Plus, the dude's in great shape. He could easily pull off Johnny Cage. He could probably even do the split and the nut shot. Like, it seems very on brand for him. So who knows, if the movie does well, and we all know it looks so damn good, then maybe we'll get Ryan Reynolds in the second one and it'll just be even better. And I don't know why that's even news. I think I'm just rambling at this point because I only had a few things to talk about and then ran out of them pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go instead of rambling more, especially because I have this 50-pound weight on my lap and it's gonna break my legs. Okay, bye.